underneath it all is health.
Feels so much better to eat here. I eat lunch in Korea, rarely eat lunch in the US.
I've never had the texture like this. So this is very tasty.
Yeah, it's very good.
Would you like warm water or?
Whatever is the way.
Yeah, warm water is
Right,
fine.
I usually take warm water.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
What is the benefit?
They say it's going to help you to be prepared for whatever. You know, we need lots of water anyway.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Every time I eat here in Korea, I always feel that underneath it all is health. That things that I'm getting are meant to be eaten a certain way and digested, good for digestion. I always think that. So when you said take the warm water, I'm like, must also be for health. When I go home from here, I'm always thinking, I should probably be eating like we eat in Korea.
Yeah, I know. We would live longer.
Yeah.
So this is
Kind of barley tea.
barley tea, yeah.
It's not just water.
It feels, I think what you just said about the health, feels so much better to eat here. And you know, like lunch, I eat lunch in Korea, and I almost rarely eat lunch in the US. Because lunch here, it doesn't, because what happens is in the US, I get tired, I fall asleep. But here, I can eat a full lunch and it. See, I've learned the whole,
You can start with the porridge.
Start with this?
Porridge.
Okay. So one is cold and one is hot.
Yin and yang.
You are the academic who I wanted to be. And what's interesting is that you became so well known for writing about development and modernization. And so it's the yin and the yang in a way, like in the world of the academy, you know, you had this career and then I took this other one, which involves making videos and reaching an audience in a different way.
But these two also complement each other.
They complement each other, yeah.
Yin yang, originally opposite, hot and cold,
Yeah.
high and low.
Yeah.
They don't exist without the other.
Right.
And growth is impossible without transformation and stagnation and
This is to make people, eat more conveniently.
I see.
everything is built around community.
That's true too.
Yeah.
I love the color of this presentation. It's just
You know, raw fish is my favorite. And I think pancakes
pancakes.
is Lori's favorite.
Okay.
Gimbap pancakes, yeah.
Fish.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it is, but it's really delicious.
Fish. Yeah. My wife and I visited San Francisco, Japanese area. All these American people were queuing up in front of a little shop. Guess what? Japanese sushi restaurant. Americans, no fish.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
more.
No. 1980, it happened.
Exchange.
Cultural
Yeah,
exchanges
yeah.
have been very active. Somebody like Ken,
Yeah, that's a question I have. So you've watched Korea expand out and become awesome. Yeah. Like, well, how is that for you? You know, when you were in the United States in the 70s, people didn't even know where Korea was. Later, then we hear about Korea, but we hear about North and South Korea. So then people would ask, well, are you from North Korea or South Korea?
You're saying it's going from people invisibility to global phenomenon.
The entire world is looking at Korea.
Yeah. Culture creating.
And you, as a Korean, who the path that you have taken in understanding the essence of what Korea is, where it's come from, Confucianism and Buddhism and all of the things that emerged that created it. And I ask because I would feel like for me I would be torn a little bit. On one hand, I would want to protect this culture, and on the other hand, I would want to share it. And it's a balance between the two things that I think I would feel, so I'm curious about.
Korean people tend to be capable people.
Yeah.
ability-wise. Intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
they can do things, all kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ability, mentally and physically, I think. Used to be very big, thousands years ago, thousands. Was somehow declining, and then we were pushed down to this peninsula, which is much smaller than land we used to occupy. 3/4 of the country is mountains, as you can see.
Yeah.
So all we can do is farming to start this wet field, limited land area. Militarily, we were weak, encroached, invaded, occupied, colonized. We have survived.
Yeah.
We have survived all these disasters, calamities, and unfortunate, unhappy histories. We have never lost our identity, culturally.
Mm-hmm.
And in our mind, we have this notion of one nation, one ethnic group, very special.
Yeah. Very unique.
Somehow we have been able to survive all this, sustained because of some kind of ability we have.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's physical, cultural, whatever.
Yeah.
We are very diligent people. So once you learn something, then we try to apply that quickly and try to catch up with the nation that we have learned from.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear from you. What worries you about education?
Again, there are two sides. In Confucianism, education is the utmost important process of making humans considerate to others.
Yeah.
In order to become somebody in the society, you have to pass these examinations.
Yeah.
You learn a lot. You have so much information in your head,
Mm-hmm.
but you have not really learned how to utilize this information you have.
How to think.
You learn something quite a lot, but you don't think. Then you're a tool. You're a fool. But the other way, you think a lot, but you don't learn, then you're very dangerous.
Yeah.
When you want to do some kind of revolution, no, go ahead. I think.
Yeah.
Thank you. You first have to study, learn something.
I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you got my message?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. This comes from Confucius' Analects. I have done this. Very important. Don't tell me anything. I know everything. But they don't know. That's why they are dangerous. Okay?
I tend to think about the studying without thinking is it's not smart, it's foolish. But I don't think as much about thinking without studying.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous. And I think it explains a lot of things because you can be very crafty in your thoughts and creative, but not based on what is actually true because you haven't studied. What we consider conspiracy theory, right, is people thinking, putting pieces together, but not studying enough what's underneath those things, and that's dangerous.
Sorry, the contemporary global society is suffering from this lack of understanding of this principle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of false news going around,
right.
Yeah.
and it's going fast,
Yeah.
widely.
Yeah. Is this a chestnut?
That's chestnut. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
We have a chestnut tree, and we always struggle to know what to do with the chestnuts besides just roast them. So this is gonna. So I'm looking forward to this, to tasting this.
We roast a lot of chestnuts, but
There are ways that you handle this.
yeah. Yeah.
Step on it. You know,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't touch it.
Break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it out.
I've never had the texture like this. So this is very tasty.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's a very different texture.
Yeah.
Can I give you one?
Yeah, no, I didn't have a chestnut this
You have to-
time.
you have to have a
I'll
chestnut.
get one.
A precious
I'll
chestnut.
let you, yeah, that's important.
Is this. We have achieved our learning is in this country very easy because Korean alphabet,
Yeah.
script,
Yeah.
easy to learn. It is a very systematic
Yeah.
kind of language. Okay, that's how education was spread out. Our labor force, young labor force,
Mm-hmm.
their literacy rate was very high, well educated.
Yeah.
Rate of advancement from high school to college is very high.
Yeah.
Educated labor force. They understand what they are doing
Mm-hmm.
and they can manage things. That was the positive contribution of education. Really serious problem we have, not only education, but in our daily life, economy, whatever. Moral education, ethics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do have moral and ethical education.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have textbooks too, elementary and high schools. They teach, all these programs of education are geared to what you should do, how to do it in your practical life, technical things.
Mm.
Talk about education in our country to the public. I always have my drawing, which has a big hand-carrying cart.
Yeah.
The cart is full and overflowing with information,
Yeah.
especially these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you look at the below, the two wheels are broken,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the pulling hand is broken. So what I mean is two wheels: creativity,
Yeah.
social, moral, ethical.
Yeah.
Such education is non-existent.
Yeah.
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 The pulling handle is government.
With this in mind, then, what we see here is to pass those exams, you have to do a lot of, you're memorizing, but you're not thinking. So there's not scholarship happening, it's just memorization. And so people end up in school or end up in the workplace without the scholarship that they need to figure out the complex questions that are like the ethical and moral questions are the complex ones.
I want to hear the other side of the Korean wave, because you talked about the success and and I want to hear what you see on the other side of that.
Without this kind of education, these guys are always thinking about, that's their desire, which is
Yeah.
input.
Which gives them status among their friends. So many things are designed around status.
In this country, status and power. These bring you privilege. And I always say, we should take off all the privileges embedded on the job of General Assembly. If we take off all these privileges, then they are not going to be corrupt. They will think about the people.
The actual issues.
Yeah.
People. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Policy. This education has to be refurbished fundamentally from early on at home first. You have to show as parents how to act yourself, how to deal with other people, how to be considerate to others, and these things, but they don't care about them. And that's our problem. Therefore, my Confucian studies is not just a study of what Confucianism means in our society,
Yeah.
historically and now. I'm always, in the conclusion, I say, we have to refurbish this and renew this and teach our children, beginning in the home.
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
with a Confucian foundation?
Yeah. Yeah.
The morality side. Your brain is full of information. Entrance exam, your brain will be empty,
Yeah.
vacated.
That's right,
And
right.
then you're empty because you don't have knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge means you can utilize practical, realistic, technical, your wealth, your status, power. For that, you use information. No, not only that. For living with other people
Yeah.
And contributing to a society.
contributing. Yes.
To a society that makes life better for everyone.
That's
It's really, you know, here in Korea, young people have a term that they use. As soon as you finish taking an exam, you empty your brain to start another one. And you have to wipe it clean so that you can, begin to write. It's like a blackboard, you erase it all and then you're going to write more on there. And I think then there's nothing left. You keep taking exams, but you have nothing that you're going to hold on to. There's no wisdom, there's no knowledge.
And I want to also say that the students that we've been getting to talk to and have some classes with,
Korean students,
yeah, they are very thoughtful, just like students everywhere. In other words, I think there's optimism. For my experience and my observation is that when people as students are invited to think, they're ready to. They're ready to do it.
And they're hungry to do that.
Yeah, and there's evidence that that's what they've also been doing, right? But there's nothing to say that more of that isn't better, right? I've always been, all my life, in working at a university, impressed with what people, the humans, have to offer when they're invited actually to think, to tell other people what it is that they see in the world, right? There's lots of good evidence of good thinkers ready to do exactly what you're saying, but just need the structure, the pathway for that.
Yeah, need to be invited into it.
Everybody needs to be invited into it.
Yeah. That's a sociological idea there.